Hi everyone!
Hi guys.
Thank you for stopping by to watch our new video. In Brave Brush Studio, we've been sketching with pencils more than we used to.
Yes.
Have you noticed this, Julia?
Yeah,
Somehow
definitely.
pencils have become more popular with us and with Brave Brush Studio members. And you know what I have noticed? Julia's pencil case seems to have more secrets than Julia shares with us. Because usually it's like CARAN dash luminance this, CARAN dash luminance that, beautiful colors, and so on. But it turns out that Julia's pencil case is not just CARAN dash luminance. There's so much more to it. And today we'll be looking inside Julia's pencil case.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to have and to look at. Always very happy when I look at my own pencils because they are like candies, I think.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm happy when I look at your pencils. I mean, it sounds weird, but yeah, your pencils make me very happy.
Yeah, they look like candies, I think. Yeah, there I have different brands in my pencil case, and I have even more brands um, in my other on other places
I've seen your
because
art studio.
in my
It's
art,
amazing that you even remember what you have there. You've got so
I
much.
don't. No, I don't.
Okay, so, but it's not so much about brands, right? It's more about different types of pencils.
Yes, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
And just to be clear right from the start, we're not talking about watercolor pencils, right?
No, no.
So, no watercolor pencils. These are regular colored
Colored
pencils,
pencils. Yes.
but they're
Yes,
very different.
they are very different. There are oil-based and wax-based pencils. I don't want
To
to
go
go
into
to
that,
talk.
okay.
No, no, it's too complicated because sometimes they are mixed, and I don't really know what they do exactly for my sketches. I mean, I don't care about that. I think the most important thing for me is to see if pencils are soft or hard.
Oh,
So two types, soft or hard.
so let's
And
start with the soft pencils.
yes, yes, I use them in different ways. And as you can see, I can use them together as well. We will talk about it later. So the soft pencils, the pencils that I use in my sketches, the soft pencils are luminance pencils,
Of
and
course. Like I
of
said, it's
course,
always Caran dash luminance.
not always, but very often, and Derwent pencils. This one, for example, this one, and
Is
this.
there a reason for, your preference, why you would prefer a luminance or Derwent? Or
No,
just
no,
the
it's all
colors?
about it's about the colors. Yes, I love this color. For example, it's a strawberry. It's a
Mm-hmm.
dark, kind of dark red color, and it's just so beautiful. You can see it. It's very rich color. So yeah, this is why I love this. And let me see. Yeah, and all the other soft pencils are luminance pencils. Um, why and where do I use soft pencils? I use them in my let me show you. In my gouache or watercolor sketches. For example, here you can see that I use them on top of gouache watercolor, or sometimes in the same sketch, not on top of the paint, but somewhere in the sketch. And you can see that this way we can create very, very beautiful textures and also interesting details. They are already textured. So the reason, let me show you a few more. I think everyone loves to see sketches. So here, for example, also it's a blue sketch, and it can turn out a little bit boring because it's just one color. So I love to add some textures to a sketch like this, and that creates more interest in it. Here, for example, also I added some textures to the rocks in the background, and this is also something that creates interest and more engaging, I think. Also the water, and this is the last one on the wall like this can turn out a little bit boring. So using colored pencils for shadows and a little bit on top of the also, by the way, granulating color. So it already has some texture, but I add even more texture, and that creates more interest. You can also use colored pencils, like a white one, to create highlights, for example. If you use hard pencils, the highlights will be dull. You actually don't have highlights then. So when you use a soft pencil, like this one, for example, it's very easy to add a highlight than when the pencil is soft.
What kind of paper do you use there? This is all watercolor paper.
Yes, and it's also a
Cotton.
textured cotton paper. Yeah, yeah. This is, but it should. If I use if I use gouache, for example, for my sketches, I don't care that much about the paper, but I prefer to use textured paper for gouache or for watercolor. And as you can see, the highlights and the highlights and the all the textures turn out much better than if you apply them on smooth paper.
Okay. All right.
So,
Thanks.
so I think that's a big difference. So how do I choose the colors? The most important thing for me is the beauty of the color. Really, for example, this is my favorite color. It's let me see, it's cobalt blue.
I
And
think you've chosen your colors a while ago and you stick to them. How often do
yeah,
you add a new color to your pencil case?
yeah, I look at the beauty of the color and also at the brightness. So there was a question a few weeks ago about how do I choose my colors in general, and it's all about brightness for me. And the last thing that is important for me is the opacity of the color. So the opacity, if the color is not is too transparent, then you can see that we can't really create a highlight, or you can't see the color that well on top of the other color, especially if it's a dark color. And this is good combination because it's soft pencil. So this is also something that is important for me. I don't know if you can see it well, but for me it's very obvious that this color is soft and it creates a very beautiful texture. You can't create the same texture with hard pencils. So Yeah, I think that's all about the hard pencils,
The
the
soft
soft
pencils.
pencils, I mean, yes. But the hard pencils are also very, very interesting to have, and also very, yeah, very nice to,
Beautiful.
beautiful, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love these sketches.
Thank you. Yeah, and you can see that these are what do you call it, standalone pencil sketches. So I don't use any gouache or watercolor here. It's all about pencil here. And I think it's very important to use hard pencils and smooth paper for sketches like this, because you can add uh, or you can create sharp lines like here, for example, or here for beautiful details. It's more difficult with soft pencils because the lines are much thicker, and the lines are not that sharp. And you can also vary the line thickness. You can, for example, let me show you. Like here, you can vary the line, press harder, and create a thicker line. Um, yeah, so
So, what kind of hard pencils do you use?
the pencils that I love and use, again, is about colors for me, but they are also just very nice pencils. It's Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. I love them that very much because they are of a good quality, and also yeah, very nice colors. Less bright than less intense maybe than luminance and derwent, but also very, very good. So yeah,
And you buy colors separately too, same as with
always.
luminance.
Yes, yes. I always, I, yeah, I always buy colors separately because I only want to have colors that I love.
All right. So, can you show us a few lines with these
Yeah,
pencils to see, or maybe soft and hard pencils next to each other, just to see the difference?
yeah. Let me see the pencil. Let me try this one, for example. Also, very beautiful color. It's like cobalt light. Um, this here you can see that some lines are thicker and some are thinner, so it's um, much more difficult to vary the line, to control the line. While when I use a hard pencil, this is a soft pencil. When I use a hard pencil, it's much and much easier for me to control the line, to vary the line. I can start, for example, with a very, very thin line. Oh, and I press too hard and they break sometimes. And also with both, you can press harder and softer and create a gradient. Um, but with a harder pencil, you can do some hatching. Of course, you can do hatching with both, but is this looks much more interesting on its own, I think.
Okay. I have a couple more questions, Julia. What
Yeah.
kind of sketchbook do you use for your pencil drawings?
Um, this is Leutron sketchbook, and it's only with my name on it. Yeah.
How is that possible? What do you need to do to get your name on Loitum
I don't
sketchbook?
know.
Did somebody give it to you like that?
No, no, no. It was at the symposium, urban sketching symposium in Amsterdam. It was a, yeah. they just did it then at
All right.
the
Well, that's a
top.
nice, yeah, that's a nice touch. That's a surely a nice touch. Okay, and I guess my other question is about your pencil sharpener. Like you said, your pencils have to be really sharp if you're sketching with
Yes. Yes, I think it's very important to have your pencils very sharp because if they are not, your lines you can't control your lines, and you also can't blur your lines. Do you want to see the sharpener?
Do you have it right here?
It's here,
Okay,
yeah.
then of course, yes.
Yeah, it's a very nice one.
Yeah,
It's
well, I have the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So I know.
Very easy to use, and it's quite cheap also. I mean,
Mhm.
some of them are so expensive, but this one is not, and I
Well,
love it.
we'll have to make sure and put the link in the description, the link to
Yeah,
this pencil sharpener, because it is so good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Sometimes it's very difficult to get your pencil sharp because they break.
Mhm.
But this is a good
So,
tool.
okay, one last question. If you were compiling a set of not markers, of pencils,
Pencils.
hard pencils, we have a list of your luminance pencils on our blog, but we don't have your list of polychromos pencils on our blog, I don't think. So, if you were compiling a new set that is that has maybe, I don't know, how many colors would you even need? Between 15 and 20, or maybe less than that?
Yeah, I think so. I actually don't have that many colors of
Hmm.
anything. I think yeah, yeah. Also, I mean, some of my students
She's
have
lying. I know
like
she's lying.
no, but some of my students have uh, very large palettes with like hundreds colors on
That's
it,
true.
and I have
Okay.
just 20 or something. So I think it's important to limit yourself with
Yeah,
colors.
but how would you go about it? Like the same way as with markers. So, for example, have a few greens, three
Yeah,
or four greens, a
yeah,
couple of
exactly.
browns, like that.
Yeah, yeah.
A
Light tone,
blue.
a
Uh-huh.
mid tone, and a dark tone, and
For all main color groups. Is that
yeah, or
a good
sometimes
description? Mhm.
only yeah, only the light and the dark tone. For each color, like yellow, red, I don't know, orange, blue, green. Yeah. So I think that's the best way to choose your colors. You don't need that many of them. And also, one last thing I want to show you. You can also use just one color, or yeah, maybe two, and then you don't need to care at all about the quality of your pencils. Um, just use them as they are, and even if they are very cheap and very maybe of a bad quality, they work. They still work. Yeah, so you can always start somewhere and
All right.
enjoy.
So don't use it as an excuse if you don't have a nice set of pencils,
The most
right?
beautiful pencils. No
Okay. All
excuses
right.
anymore.
Well, thank you, Julia. I think we should do
Thank you.
another workshop with pencils sometime soon because it seems like such a fun medium. Yeah,
Yeah, quite easy to use.
and also easy to bring on a trip or yeah on location because you don't
Yeah.
need water and all other accessories. All
Yeah.
right, well,
Thank
thanks for
you.
watching, everyone, and remember that the best way to learn from Julia is by joining Brave Brushes Studio. When you join, you get access to our entire archive of classes and an amazing and friendly community of artists, and also to Julia's feedback and guidance. Come back next week for another video. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.